Alaska is disappearing. Southeast Alaska, the state's most populated region, is projected to lose 17% of its population by 2050. While much of the U.S. worries about overpopulation, Alaska is quietly emptying out. But this isn't just a story of people moving away. It's homes collapsing into the sea, entire towns sinking as the ground beneath them thaws, and a state teetering between economic ruin and environmental catastrophe. This is the story no one's talking about, and what's happening here might be the future for the rest of us. For every child born in Alaska, 3 people die. Alaska is warming twice as fast as any other U.S. state. And what's at stake isn't just wildlife or wilderness, it's schools, roads, homes, jobs, and even America's Arctic military presence. So why are people leaving? What's really driving the collapse? And what does it say about our own future? Alaska is massive, larger than France, Germany, Japan, and the UK combined. But fewer people live here than in Charlotte, North Carolina. And now, that already small population is getting even smaller. More than half of all boroughs are shrinking. Some towns have lost 30% of their population in just a few years. Alaska was always vast and remote, but now it's becoming empty. Climate change isn't theoretical here, it's daily life. Permafrost is melting, turning once solid ground into mud and water. Roads buckle, houses sink, runways crack. Coastal towns like Shishmaref are eroding into the sea at a rate of up to 10 feet per year. Entire communities have been labeled climate refugees, forced to move inland as their land disappears. This isn't just a climate story. It's the first wave of a migration crisis inside the United States. For decades, oil was Alaska's backbone. It built the economy, paid for schools, fueled growth. But oil production has dropped more than 75% since the 1980s. Jobs are disappearing, incomes are falling. The permanent fund dividend, once a symbol of oil wealth, has been cut multiple times. As the oil dries up, so does Alaska's financial future. Alaska's birth rate has dropped below replacement level. In Southeast Alaska, for every 60 babies born, 100 people die. Young families are leaving. Maternity wards are closing. Schools are shrinking. In many towns, the average age is rising fast, and there's no one left to take over. It's a slow-motion collapse, not just of numbers, but of an entire generation. Alaska's infrastructure was built for frozen ground. Now that ground is melting. Roads warp like roller coasters. Water pipes break in winter. In some villages, entire water systems have failed. Nome is facing a $72 million water crisis. Across the state, it may cost $24 billion just to hold the line. And every year of delay makes it worse. Alaska isn't just wilderness, it's strategic. It's home to critical U.S. military bases, Arctic radar systems, and nuclear early warning stations. But warming is undermining runways, damaging equipment, and jeopardizing readiness. Meanwhile, Russia and China are expanding their presence in the Arctic, building icebreakers, ports, and laying claims to newly accessible trade routes. As Alaska empties, America's hold on the Arctic may weaken. It's easy to talk about policy and data, harder to talk about the people. Rural Alaskans are losing access to clean water. Mental health crises are rising, especially among the young. Permafrost thaw is even releasing ancient bacteria and toxins. For many families, the choice is heartbreaking. Stay and struggle, or leave everything behind. The state budget is shrinking. Services are being cut, schools are closing, and at the federal level, there is no long-term plan to relocate communities, rebuild infrastructure, or protect what's left. In some areas, the government has stopped investing entirely. At this rate, there may be no Alaska left to save. By 2050, Alaska will still be here on the map, but many of its towns won't. What's happening here is more than local. It's a preview of how climate, economics, and neglect can quietly erase a place, even one as vast and iconic as Alaska. This isn't just Alaska's crisis, it's America's warning. If this story moved you, share it, talk about it. Support organizations helping frontline communities, because if America's last frontier becomes its first warning, we can't afford to ignore it.